Taurus, welcome to your December monthly reading here on the Astroflower. We've done the collective reading as well, which is a beautiful message that comes along with it. I think there's a real opportunity for the world to change in so many beautiful and different ways, basically. You'll see that linked at the end of this reading. Let's just sort of go through the basic details on this. Overall energies, karmic paths on both your relationships, emotional and spiritual side, and on your material, your jobs, work, and your project side. We have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, but also at the same time, the influence from the universe, the longer term karmic path, the sort of what's going through the conversation that is within us and the general outcome. We'll read it in both ways and see how it sort of comes out. Okay, so lovely. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you get the best out of it, and overall energies here is asking you to play really smart about the situation. You've certainly got on your relationship side, it seems like there's going to be a lot of beautiful stuff happening to you. Absolutely lovely stuff. It's going to be a real turning of a page from one section of your life to another. There is no doubt about it. Let's see what's going on your financial side. We've got the Knight of Pentacles on your karmic path and the Three of Cups. It's also getting down to that work and connecting with other people, with the Justice card that comes in from the past, the Eight of Wands, which is playing in through you, Eight of Pentacles playing in through you, and the Ace of Swords at the top of the dial. Couple of aces on there at the moment. That's what we see. On your relationship side, it certainly is sort of like you've brought to the situation a real purpose, I think, within your relationships. You mean business. And it's going to set the path for it to be just an evident path for you to follow. On your financial side, you want things to really start paying you back here, and you're working on a longer term plan, and I think it's possible that you've still got to grind out the thing in order to get it this month here, but it will end with a victory. This is the beautiful thing about it. Okay, with the overall energies, you get the Seven of Swords. Playing smart, playing smarter, or working smarter rather than harder. It seems to be a recurring thing. I think it even is exactly for you. I think we did this whole sort of thing maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't know. You may well remember. My memory's, I've got a lot more salt than I do have pepper these days. So yeah, it's playing smart. It's working smarter. I think it's on your relationship side here. I think is if you're being very frank with the person, if you're being very straight with the situation, and you don't allow things to slip and slide, and people get away with too much, taking the Michael, as they say. If you don't, if you set down the ground rules, it seems like it's going to be really positive for you. On the and I think that's what that part of that playing smart is all about, living smart. On your karmic message here, you get the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new beginning for you. It's almost as if like you've either moved in with someone, or you're thinking about moving in with someone, or even going down to, I guess, even down to marriage. But whatever it is, it seemed, the way it's been leading up to it, it seems just right. And I think it is. I think there's a slight hesitancy from your side, possibly, in the by the end of the month, around the end of the month. And I think once you start realizing it, that your mission is to engage with this new aspect of your relationship in a really physical way, through activities, by sort of moving in, physical sort of demonstrations of a relationship more than anything else. On the first week, you get the Wheel of Fortune. Now, this is where I think this is the recognition of this situation, of this opportunity that's being handed to you. And it doesn't necessarily have to mean sort of one-to-one love here. It could be to do with your family, your friends, and your community, the people that are around you, because there's no Two of Cups or anything like that on this table here at the moment. But you do have this Wheel of Fortune, and because we've got the Ace of Pentacles as well on your karmic path, it seems like in the first week, things start blowing in your favour in regards to your family, your friends and community and stuff like that. And this is what creates the opportunity to connect with people in a really beautiful way. In the second week, I think it moves from that wind blowing in your favour to realising that this is your calling, this is what you should be doing, this is how you should be. And once you realise that and really sort of like step into that in a very affirmative sort of way, if you step into it in a very affirmative way, you're going to discover that there's actually a lot of benefits that come from this during the month. And as you progress forward and as you build this sort of rapport of, with your family, your friends, this situation, whatever it is, you're going to find that actually there's a lot of benefits that comes with that. And it's a continual sort of growth of benefits. It's makes your life feel a lot easier to go down that path. The overall outcome, and in the fourth week, and then this is where there's a sort of doubt. I don't think it's major doubt. I just think that there's a lot of opportunities here, a lot of possibilities, a lot of choices maybe, between various people within your relationships that are around you. And I think there's a certain core within that group of people that is worthwhile pursuing. And I think it's beneficial for you. I think it's beneficial for them. I think it's beneficial for everybody that is within that sort of scenario. And it's just following that evident path, really, what feels right for you. But it's a definite connection with someone. And I think this all comes back down to this whole idea of being smarter rather than harder, scenario for you. On your financial side, you have, on your karmic message, you have the Knight of Pentacles. You want to get on and do. You want to do the work. You want to, plant those seeds for your future. You want this future to come to you quickly, I think. I feel, this is what I get from the background of it, it's that you've been driving very hard bargaining in life in order to get some very good results and quick results. And I'm not sure that that's been true. It seems like it's a little bit slow, and it feels like that there's a lot of work, or you may feel that there's a lot of work that is around you. In the first week, there's a lot of socializing, networking, connecting with maybe clients. Obviously, we're coming into the holiday season of the Christmas period, but this is the first week, so it could be that sort of thing. Connecting with your clients will be a good thing to sort of socialize, networking in a very social surroundings. It could well also be the realization of a new contract for you, or there's some sort of celebration connected to it, and that's, it could well be the holiday season that's coming up, office parties and that sort of thing. But it's just connecting with people on a material sort of sense of the world, where it's not just networking, it is also socializing. Where have you come from? A very just place. And I think that's where you've created this sort of balanced, harmonious approach to business, money and stuff like that. You've done, you've approached it in a very, very good way. In theory, you've had your just desserts. You're getting your results out of this situation. And I think you've seen these results already for you. But at the same time, you're still in this work mode. And I think that's where the playing or working smarter rather than harder comes into play here. I think you've got to start making your situation work for you rather than that you run after it. And the moment you realize that, within the fourth week, this is where the victory comes in for you. So you start sort of, you recognize what you've done to get to where you are. You may be thinking, in that case, I've got to still keep working harder, working harder. Maybe it's a case now that you're at a certain level where you can start playing smarter or working smarter rather than harder. And then the victories start coming in for you without you having to try too hard, basically, in that month. I think it's also is paying attention to the smaller details. if you do pay attention to the smaller details, because this knight here is not the fastest of the knights. You know, the Knight of Pentacles, it is an earth card, and you may be, you know, you may feel that it's going too slowly for you. That's the feeling I get out of it. But the reason it's going slowly is because you need to see all the little detail that's going forward. And I think if you do concentrate on the little detail, maybe, so you can then recognize how to work smarter rather than harder. So then that little details you can give to people, you can employ people, or, you know, it's speculate to accumulate. I think this is where you need to take a step up. So you're not doing the fundamental stuff anymore. You're moving up to another sort of level. And that's what the victory comes out with the Ace of Swords, basically. And this could have to do with a different way of creating something in the future, connected to our collective, basically. So let's just have a look, see what's going on here. We'll do a little bit of a clarification with the Light Seers card and see what's happening for you. Playing smarter, yeah, marriage as well. Maybe it could be a new contract, as I said, that came in with the Justice card. This could well be that card there. It's a celebration of going from one dimension to another. It also plays in really nicely for your relationship side, and it could be a commitment that you're making. It's worthwhile making, I think. A very good commitment that you can make within your relationships around you. It could be a one-to-one commitment here, and you may be observing it on a very physical level. This is what I mean about moving in with someone, and regarding of, you know, who's paying what bills and everything like that, and making sure all the, you know, the physical side of life is really sort of is respected. Now you get the Knight of Pentacles again. Slowly does it, slowly but surely, and that could be that playing smarter idea of not rushing into things, and getting this start really clean, making it really, really clean. With the Wheel of Fortune, you get the happiness card. You know, sunshine. You're shining a light on the situation within the physical sort of sense. And that's making you happy. It's making you feel a lot more secure about things. It makes you feel like you're going in the right way. The universe certainly does want the best for you here in regards to your relationships. The Judgment card, you get the Star card as well. I think this is ultimate love by the looks of things. You know, it's I wouldn't say it's love. Yeah, it is love, but I think there's a huge amount of respect in there. That's what I'm trying to say. I think there's a huge amount of respect between you and the other person, and it's almost as it's like you're sort of saying, this is exactly what I've been dreaming of. You know, this is what I should be doing. And I think this is it's in the second week here, and there's a certain confirmation that goes on within your life. And this could be the moment that the person either proposes to you or you are accepting this proposition. And now it's opening up that there's loads of beautiful things. You've got the Wheel of Fortune twice now. Look at this. You got the Wheel of Fortune twice. Once with the Nine of Pentacles, and once with the Sun. That sums up your month, I think, more than anything else. I think here on this card here, I think the Wheel of Fortune here is the moment you've engaged in it, and engaged in it in a very clean manner. Because obviously the material world can get very messy when you're in couples. I think everybody, or a lot of people, can be testament to that. But here I think if you keep it really crystal clear, all of a sudden it becomes very advantageous, not just for you, but also for your partner and for you as a couple and as a collective, to actually sort of engage in it in this sort of sense. If you're looking at your sort of family connections or your friends and your community, it's a similar sort of thing. It's engaging physically within that community, within that group of people. And this is where your change of fortune comes along, and you're going to recognize it in the first week because it's going to make you happy and content. And all of a sudden, in the second week, you're going to start realizing that actually this is the dream connection I've got going on around me. And once you realize that, that's when the real wheel of fortune comes through and things really start changing for you in a physical sense. And out the top, now when you've got 2 sevens out the top. And I think this is saying this. This is reiterating this. Yeah, this is your call to judgment, your raison d'etre, your karmic path, what you should be doing upon this plane. And you've got the star card as well. It's all to do with your dreams and your aspirations. And out the top, you've got 2 sevens. Now, sevens is the number of revelation, realizing something. And the 7 of cups is all about the evident path. The one cup that is really stimulating you, is worthwhile investing in, is engaging as in alignment with you. And then you get the 7 of Pentacles that is clarifying it as well. And this is all about nurturing you as well, nurturing these seeds, and it's nurturing these fruits, I think, this way of being and this relationship sense. I think that's what you're nurturing going forward. And I think it makes you feel incredibly like a family. And the Taurus, the bull loves being round the herd. That's where the bull feels at home. And I think this is what is coming through for you. Okay, with your on your financial side, with the Knight of Pentacles, you get the King of Cups. I think once you get onto this work and and concentrate on the longer term plan, you're going to feel a lot more happier about life. It's going to feel like it's plain sailing in a way. It might seem a little bit, you might be, not that you've got itchy feet, although I think you do, and you have had that. I think this stimulation from the world around you will satisfy that. So you get the 3 of Cups, you get the 10 of Wands. I think in the first week here, I think with this socializing and stuff like that and networking, I wouldn't guarantee anybody anything, and I wouldn't take on too much. I would just literally enjoy the moment more than anything else. Allow yourself to let go of all the other stuff that you're carrying in regards to your job, your business, or your projects. Just allow it to slip to one side so you can actually enjoy life. Justice, as I said, you get the 2 of Wands. It's all about planning, traveling as well. So you may have to start traveling in the second week of December, but at the same time traveling for what you need to do in the way of your job, your business, and your projects. But also at the same time here, with the Justice card, I think it's where you've planned this future. You've planned this harmonious state of being where you are working and you're getting the results from that work financially, or sort of time, or whatever it is that you're really earning out of it. It's making you feel very sort of balanced about it in the second week. In the third week, this is where you've got to be working on something. And I think this is concerning the longer term plan, some sort of project that you've got ongoing. And you get the 5 of Wands here. This is a tricky week, I think, the third week and that also ties into the solstice as well. The third week here is quite tricky because concentrating on the little details is going to stop you from progressing forward. And it's almost a battle from within yourself. And you've got to be the highest example of yourself. I think this is what the most important thing is. It's basically what the situation is let's say like you have got a business and you make, let's say you make pizzas to sell in shops. So you're making them in mass. And you've got someone that comes in and said, right, okay, I wanted to make up this pizza and stuff like that. And, you recognise that then they're not putting enough cheese on there, or they're not doing it properly. And you end up having to go back there and say, look, I'll show you how to do it again. And you say, look, I'll just do this first 500 to show you how to do it, and then you do it. It's like you're sort of doing the work here. This is what I get a little bit from it. It's like you're doing the work because someone else can't do it to the perfection that you do it. No one's going to care about your business as much as your business, if it's your business. No one's going to care about your job as much as anybody who wants your job or the people around you. At the end of the day, you should be cared about it. And you should recognize your worth, basically, I think, more than anything else. And I think this is a bit of a light bulb moment with this Ace of Swords. This victory that comes into you. It frees you up with the Eight of Swords. The Ace of Swords comes and cuts all those cords around you which are just tying you down. And I think that is an overthrow from that as well. And it's an overthrow of you having to carry a lot within the business. And I think this is a victory, you realizing this, that you're not going forward because you're just carrying too much or concentrating too much on doing it, doing other people's job for them when then they should be doing their jobs for themselves, more than anything else. So there you go, Taurus. Thank you very much for being here. Really do appreciate it. Don't forget about the collective reading. I will see you for the weekly readings this week, which comes out on Thursday, obviously. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.